So I think there's two different ways to look at this question. There's no doubt that the US China economic relationship has had many, many good consequences for Americans and many, many good consequences for Chinese. It has also had some bad consequences for both of those parties. The question of the politics of the trade relationship are tough because, as I said before, people who feel the harms from trade feel them very, very profoundly and acutely, and people who are benefit from international trade tend not to perceive them as much because they're spread across a broader group of people and a broader group of transactions. The other question is, how can the economic relationship harmonize with the security relationship? The United States does not appear to me to want China to take a larger security role in East Asia. We want China to behave internationally the way it behaved in the late 1990s. China has grown immensely more powerful than it was in the late 1990s, in part as a function of its relationship in international trade. So the question for me becomes, if the American policy elite doesn't want China to take on a larger security role, and yet its power is being fueled by international economic trade and things of this nature, how can those two policies be brought into harmony? Should it be the case that the Americans should grant China a little bit more influence over the East Asian security environment? Or is the trade relationship out of step with a desire to contain China? And this is just such a fundamental contradiction to my mind, that it really challenges the U.S. China relationship on the broadest level. And that might answer the question why the disconnect hasn't been dealt with heretofore. It's, to me, just a fundamental contradiction at the heart of U.S. China policy.